matchup between the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles and the North Florida Ospreys in a 2-4 matchup in what should be a wonderful meeting. Fourth time this year these two teams have played each other. Both of these teams so far throughout the course of the tournament, they've won every single game they played. Florida Gulf Coast with a big win yesterday. Berry starts the game with a strikeout. Avery Viancos goes down looking.
She gets on. That's like their target, that go-to, that starter kit for this Gulf Coast team.
Oaks lifts it to left field. It is brought in by Shannon Glover for the second out. Lean on one person, maybe two, balance it out. Called strike three. Berry strikes out two.
That on-base percentage and stolen bases, you know, that on-base percentage says a lot when it's higher than your average, because that means you're working the count, trying to stay alive.
What a conference pick this year. High chopper to third. What a snatch by Gibson for the out. Line drive, it's a one hopper knocked down by Wiley, picks it up and fires, and it is not in time. Binning reaches first base runner of the day for either team.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, another fast start for Allison Sparkman. The freshman has struck out 2.
Take her input and learn things about this facility.
In the air, in the gap, right center field, as drops for a base hit. First base hit of the day for the Eagles. It's a single for Gibson. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in the circle for Berry. Innings tossed as Binning and Aarons, but she's been very good when she has gotten opportunities. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for. Popped up, shallow left field. Shortstop Chanel has it, and the inning is over as the Eagles leave a runner stranded. No score at Choccolocco Park. Outside, ball 4.
It looks like Neely really wanted that pitch on the corner.
She did. Track man, everybody in softball and baseball, it's really become an important part of the game. Bunt to third, Gibson with a strong throw that retires Chloe Culp. Ground ball off the mid of the first baseman, Ricks collects it, taps the bag to secure the outs. Runner Logan Jackson moves from second to third. The 3-2. Ground ball right side, Ricks has it, touches the bag for the final outs as North Florida leaves a runner stranded at third.
If the right timing is put on the ball and it's left over the plate.
Hitting the air to left field. Glover on the move. She can't get to it, and it's off the wall. Wittenberg wants a triple. The throw by Glover. It's off the mark. Wittenberg with a lead-off triple to begin the top of the third.
We'll definitely get another look at that one. And one of the things we hadn't talked about yet is the wind. That wind is blowing out, so that ball is carrying and tailing to the left. So Glover gets a good read on it, but as that ball's moving, you know, Wittenberg is running, so that gives her that ground to get all.
Hit this week. Three-two, put in, plates, a base hit, and a run is in. Wittenberg scores. The Eagles grab a 1-0 lead.
And you see that ball again, these lefty hitters going inside out on those inside pitches and just punching the ball through that 5-6 hole has been very successful for this Gulf Coast hitters.
Her dad, Fred, played tennis at TCU. Pops it up shallow left field. It's playable for Glover. One away. Hits it in the air. This ball splits the outfielders and gets down for a base hit. Olivia Black heads to third. Goes from first to third on the base hit from Riley Oakes. Her big week continues in Oxford.
And Riley Oakes in this at bat just stays laser focused on that outside corner and just has a complete at bat, punching that ball through to the 7-8 spot.
Is that special of a player? Has a chance to come up big time. Drops a bunt, put in play, a run is in, and the senior delivers.
Conrad on one of two things, whether she was possibly out in front of the plate where the ball may have clipped her on the down maybe. She definitely wasn't out of the box, so the question I think may be what I had to look to make sure that was Oakes at third.
First pitch off the bat in the air to center field. It drops for a base hit. One more run is in, an RBI single by Nikki Gibson, and the Eagles lead it 3-0. Gibson wasting no time. Tito puts it in play, ground ball right side, and everybody is safe for Florida Gulf Coast. Logan Jackson got to it pretty quickly, looked to second, but there was nobody covering the bag.
Yeah, and I think Chanel was en route, maybe a step or two away, but Logan Jackson not really able to get rid of the throw there. I don't know if she just didn't think she
hits the batter Ricks in the back, and another run is in for Florida Gulf Coast. 4-0 lead for the Eagles.
And that pitch straight away was coming inside from the release, no doubt about that one.
The 1-0 line drive, base hit that gets all the way to the wall. Gibson scores. Meek is in, getting waved home. It's Rick. She scores standing up. A bases clearing double by Sophie Wiley. And Florida Gulf Coast has broken this game wide open. 7-0 lead for the Eagles.
And that pitch left over that middle outside heart of the plate there. And again, just another good piece of hitting. Again, Gulf Coast is in their rally right now. They're in their element. They've only got one out, so they've got a lot of room here.
This is the total opposite of what happened between these two teams in the regular season. What a stop by Chanel. Throw to first. It's not in time, but she just saved a run. So Olivia Black, the number 9 hitter, puts it in play. Throw to first by Barry. It's in time for the second out. He was providing everybody with the energy. Puts it in play, shallow center field. It's a long run, and catch is made by Madison Federico, and the inning is over. A 7-run bottom of the third for Florida Gulf Coast. 3 completes. It's all Eagles. Hit sharply to short. Sophie Wiley has it. 1 away. Rico, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. High chopper over the head of the third baseman Gibson into left field. It's a 1-out single for Federico. Just the second hit of the game for North. Only giving up 2 total hits. in action this weekend. A high hop on Meek, gets past her in a shallow right field, and Madison Federico is on third base. Just a tough play for Tiffany Meek, was charging in, had to deal with a base runner Federico, took connection, helped in the recruiting process. That gets away from the catcher. Peterson trying to score from third and sliding in safely. Madison Federico. So North Florida gets their first run of the game, and also Hadley Riker goes from first to second. Here's the replay.
Again, that ball on the outside part of the plate, Neely just doesn't quite get that arm around the ball to keep it in tighter.
224 games played. Ground ball up the middle. Meek flips it to Wiley for one. The throw over, it's not in time. 2 outs in the inning. North Florida working with runners at third and first. 1-1 put in play, shallow left field. Catch is made by Avery Villancos for the final out of the inning. North Florida does get 1 run on 1 hit, helped out by an error. Inside ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk that puts the leadoff batter Riley Oakes on base. Ground ball to short, takes a weird hop. Chanel gets to it, or throw to second, it's not in time. She's got an RBI and a run scored. Bunts it, first base side. Nobody picks it up, and the bases are loaded. It was placed perfectly, and everybody for North Florida was wondering who would grab it first. Two popped up on the infield. Chanel barely has to move. She brings it in for the out. Payoff pitch to Ricks is called strike 3. What a strikeout for Ashley Connor.
If she can get out of here with no runs in.
And she does. Back-to-back strikeouts to fight her way out of a bases-loaded jam with nobody out. She survives the scare. Hot shot to short, gets past Sophie Wiley. Trying to head to second and slamming on the brakes and retreating to first. It's Chloe Culp.
Got 3 more years to come back with this experience, so that's a plus for Gulf Coast for sure.
Another strikeout. She's up to 3.
Speed, that's been her go-to to keep these hitters at bay.
Ground ball to third, collected by Gibson in fair territory, gets 1 out. Relay throw by Tiffany Meek, not in time. Chanel 0 for her last 12. 1 hopper to short. Wiley collects it. The inning is over. Nice play by Sophie Wiley. 7-1 our score after 4 complete at Chocolaca Park. And now ground ball to third. Annette collects and fires. 1 away. Olivia Black in the 9 spot. Taps it, puts it in play, and Annette quickly throws to first in time to put away Olivia Black. Nicely done by Abby Annette. High chopper to short. It'll be a foot race to first, and it's not in time. Infield single. First base hit of the day for Avery Villancos.
But can't really drift in too far because of that chop situation.
Boy, that was close. It's foul by about 4 inches.
Yep, and so we'll have an out here as the batter was out of the box by half a foot probably, so that's her 3rd strike. So that just becomes the 3rd out of the inning.
So Oakes is retired. The inning comes to a close. 7-1 our score. Florida top of the order, by the way, for North Florida. And it's a 4-pitch walk issued by Sparkman to start the inning. Third walk by the freshman pitcher. Little flare catch made at first, dive to the bag. It's not in time. Megan Ricks, almost a fantastic double play. Cranked in the air, straight away center field. Did Bidding do it? She does. Her conference leading 15th home run of the season. It's just the second home run we've seen this week at Choccolocco Park.
And if that doesn't get some sparks going for this Osprey offense, Benning will do it for the team here, trying to flip the switch for this offensive team for UNF. She gets a hold of that one. And again, we've talked about the dimensions on this field, but no contact innings and just shorten that run differential and make something happen in the 7th. We've seen that happen a lot, that 7th inning stretch.
Glover pops out to the shortstop, Sophie Wiley. Flips it in the air, left field. Biancos brings it in for the final out of the inning. But North Florida picks up a 2-run home run by Allison Bidding.
12, and again, that's hard to defend when a lot of those hits have been in the gap, not catchable, and you know, when there's been times where play should have been executed, that's made it a little bit tougher for this defense for UNF.
Up and away, it's ball 4. Second walk allowed by Ashley Connor. This brings up Tiffany Meek. Puts it in play, hit to short. Chanel makes the decision to go to second, and it pops out of the mid of Reichert. 2-1, lifted in the air, pretty deep towards left field. It's over the head of Glover and skips off the wall. Gibson is in, getting waved home. It's Meek, she scores. An RBI double by Megan Ricks. Makes it a 9-3 lead for Florida Gulf Coast.
And again, that ball slicing into left center. That ball just kind of left middle out on the plate there, and just a good piece of hitting from Megan Ricks, and kind of works herself out of a little bit of a slump. She's had 2.
Little blooper to short, and a catch is made by Chanel. Annette didn't really call for it, neither did Chanel,
so
but Chanel brings it in.
Chanel had a low-key ball, but then
chopper to third. Annette slings it across the diamond in time for the final outs. Eagles pick up 2 runs on 1 hit, helped out by an error. Pops up behind home plate, diving effort, and coming up with it, it's the senior Neely Peterson. What a grab. Strike 3 is called as Abby Annette gets rung up. First strikeout for Claire Maulding.
But I lost that very quickly. It didn't sound appropriate.
Catch made by Meek at second base, and the inning is over. We played 6 complete at Choccolocco Park. It's a 9-3 lead. Ground ball to second, Reichert to first, 1 away. So this is the most pitches thrown for Ashley Connor. Bunts it to short and places it perfectly. Nothing you can do about that. Bianco's just too fast, too good. Her second base hit today. Well, we touched on their speed at the top of the broadcast, and we really have yet to see them steal bases today as Oaks sends it to left field. 6 hits this week for Riley Oakes to lead Florida Gulf in this game today for Florida Gulf Coast. Ground ball to third, and it gets into left field. Coming up throwing Glover, airmails everybody. 1 run is in, and everybody on base will scoot up. Riley Oakes ends up on second, or third rather. Peterson on second base. It's now a 10-3 lead for Florida Gulf Coast.
And Annette just kind of pulls her glove up, doesn't keep the glove on the ground, so the ball's going to get all the way through, but the overthrow is what allows the extra cushion to come across.
Put in play, hit to short. Chanel to first. A run is in. It's the second out of the inning. RBI ground out by Gibson. Makes it an 11-3 lead for Florida Gulf Coast. Meek rolls it up the middle, ranging over Reichert. Close play at first, and it's in time for the final out. Florida Gulf Coast scores 2 runs on 3 hits, helped out by an error. Balding, she's gotten 1 save this season. Hot shot to first, it's a base hit to right field. Chanel is aboard with a single. Federico jumps on the first pitch, in the air to left field. Biancos hauls it in for the first out. In the air, that's down for a base hit. Stopping at second base is the new runner, Kirk Pride. And again, this situation, station to station. 2-2 way over the head of the catcher, Peterson, and everybody moves up a base.
Count.
3-2, blooper over the head of the first baseman, Ricks. 1 run is in, getting waved, and now slamming on the brakes, retreating back to third base is Reichert. An RBI single for Benning. 3rd RBI of the game for Allison Benning.
And Benning, that's just as good as a home run ball in that situation. She works out of giving up another out, scores 1 run, and there's only 1 out here. And we'll see another runner, Marley Nagy.
Bouncing ball to short, and Wiley gets the lead runner at second base. Throw over, it's not in time by Meek. A run is in for North Florida. This will be their 5th run. So Shannon Glover, 1 out remaining for North Florida. Logan Jackson, base hits to right field. It's her first hit of the day.
Is praised very highly by Coach Dieros for the way that she carries herself. She's not the most vocal, but gives a lot of feedback and leads by example.
Maulding off the mark. Got a 1-1 count. Bouncing ball up the middle, flip to second in time for the final outs, and Florida Gulf Coast wins it 11-5 over North Florida. The Eagles making their presence felt in Oxford, Alabama. Their first time to play in this ballpark. They have knocked off the number 1 and the number 2 seeds. They are heading to the championship game.
Up 11 runs against the number 2. I mean, you can't ask for much more as coaches from a team, just showing that grit and that fire, ready to come out from the first inning and fight through the 7th and just work their way to a winner's bracket setting. I mean, you couldn't set the table any better than that.
So they have to be defeated twice in the championship matchup. They will await the winner